Welcome to Grits and Gravy, or whatever the hell this is.
What time is it? Oh, now. 3 B's of you and a I.
I just like titties. I don't care if they're men titties, women titties. I like titties. I'm a titty kind of guy.
The
She
snake.
told me that the last time she came over drunk, the girl shit in her sink.
Oh my God.
Mommy, I had a dream. I need Fats Gorilla in the ball.
How big around? Probably as big as my thigh, which is kind of on the bigger side right now.
Oh, my God.
And he comes back every now and then, look like the Ayatollah, come back.
Welcome to Grits and Gravy.
Hey, welcome to Grits and Gravy. This is Vic and JB and Bubba Wilson. And Bubba's a little MIA this morning, and he's probably got a gig someplace or something going on.
I don't know, yeah.
So,
How you doing?
if you see, I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Yeah, find Bubba. Should we
Yeah.
put up, like, missing cat posters
We'll
or
put
something?
we'll put little posters up on our Facebook page.
Right.
If you find Bubba, return him to Grits and Gravy.
Yeah.
No, Bubba's got a lot of stuff going on, so he's busy, staying busy all the time. He's probably overslept. I didn't. It's been one of those mornings.
You've
for
been
me
busy
too,
this
man.
morning yourself.
I have been, man. I've been. I got up about 6 o'clock, which
Yeah.
was too early.
That is.
But I had to take my daughter to school, so I had to make sure I was awake to drive her. And because she has an issue with me driving her while I'm sleeping.
She doesn't like.
She doesn't
Why?
like that.
Why?
I don't know
Why?
what her
What's-
issue
what's
is.
wrong?
So I had to do that, and then I was. Then I did my little. I do a journal every morning.
Oh, you do?
I do. It's called morning pages. I do 3 pages of just mind to pen to paper. So
Okay.
whatever's in my mind, I just jot. My
You just
pen
get
doesn't
it out.
stop for 3.
Is it from
3 pages.
sleeping and dreaming, or what do you...
No, it's just kind of to get the creative juices going.
Okay.
So I just kind of starts clearing out my thoughts, and I've written blogs, I've written jokes, I've started a book. Doing
What do you mean?
This.
What kind of book?
I just one's
You have a
like-
book from all this?
I do. I have a children's book that I've been writing that I finally actually put on paper from children's stories I used to tell my kids. I would
Okay.
just make up
So
as I
these
went.
are like hand-me-down
Yeah,
stories?
this is a story that I just made up when I was trying to put my kids to bed.
Okay.
It started off with my nephews, and he's
Okay.
24 now, so it's 24 years old. And so I finally got it put on paper, and so I'm getting it done. And I got an artist working on some caricatures of the characters, and then
Is it going to be... You're going to print a book?
I'm going to get a book. I'm going to have a book. It's going to be authored by Vic Clevenger, so go figure. But it's a children's book, so it's going to be very short sentences and very small words. So and right along my speed.
Yeah, okay.
And so I've written articles and jokes and stuff. So what I do is I get up in the morning, I have my coffee, I get the kids together, and when I'm sitting there by myself, I get my little notebook out and I keep a journal.
Right.
And I just start off with the date at the top, and then whatever's on my mind. Like today is today is March 13th. It's a Friday. I hope things don't scare me today. What if I was flying and my pilot was Jason? And so just whatever's in my head, I just write down.
Okay.
And then finally, it rolls into, a lot of times it'll roll into a joke idea. Like I come up with a joke idea, which I posted on a Facebook status. Because all of a sudden it popped in my head about when I was up at my dad's, and he had child-proofed his house for his great-grandbaby, my grandnephew.
Okay.
And or great-nephew or whatever he is. And but I couldn't get into any of the closets because they put those little doorknobs, those little door covers around the doorknob, so it just spins.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get in the closet. I'm like, how do you get in the closet? And then you had to do it with 2 fingers.
Right.
And I'm like, what in the world? And so I started thinking about this morning. I was thinking about the different ways we child-proof our houses when we have little ones.
Yeah.
Like we put the little plug-ins,
Yeah.
covers
in
into the outlet
socket.
sockets.
Yeah.
You have the little hooks
and the
for
little
the drawers.
baby gate. Oh, yeah, the
and
hooks.
the
yeah.
baby gates. And then I got thinking, where was all this when I was a kid?
Yeah, there wasn't.
The child-proofing the house when I was a kid was my mom put a Mr. Yuck sticker on the Lysol.
Right.
That was it.
Don't drink this.
Basically, don't drink it or you get sick.
The
And I'm
Crisco
like,
you
all right.
can eat.
But yeah, you just scoop it. Here's your spoon.
My brothers have played a trick on me with the Crisco. That was crazy.
Oh, that's
they
funny.
made me think it was like ice cream or like a whipped
cream or
or
something?
whatever. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
that's funny.
horrible. It was
Oh,
horrible.
that's great. I wish I'd have thought of that with my brother, because I'd have done all kinds of crazy stuff to him if I'd have thought of that stuff.
Yeah.
But that's one of those things that come out is the
The yuck.
the Mr. Yuck thing. I jogged my memory, so I wrote a thing on that, and then I wrote this thing about how somebody says, "Hey man, I'm in your corner."
Okay. Yeah, right. Like I got your back, kind of a thing. Or
But what's that mean? What does it mean to say I'm in your corner?
he's like
Well,
telling you off, changing your mouthpiece out.
Yeah, he's in your.
You can do it, Rocky.
Yeah, you could do it, Rocky.
He's like Mickey. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
So I thought about all this because I've had people tell me, "Hey man, I'm in your corner," but I'm like, that's a boxing reference. What does it mean to actually be in somebody's corner?
Right.
And so I went back to when I was boxing back when I was younger, of what it meant when somebody was in my corner. Like before the fight, they believed in you. During the fight, they encouraged you. In between rounds, they were tending to you, and then
Right.
after the fight, win or lose, they were there to support you.
Right.
So that's what. So all that came out from the morning pages that I would write, and so I've written a little blog about that. I'll publish it next week sometime on my blog page.
That's good. I think it's healthy to get all that stuff out.
And sometimes it turns into a
even
prayer.
If it's like just nonsensical, maybe at the moment.
A lot of, and if my mind all of a sudden goes blank, you'll see if you was to flip through my journals, you'd see blah 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 blah. Actually, the words blah blah blah.
Oh wow!
blah.
So you write those? Okay.
Anything. My pen doesn't stop.
You
And
ever-
it usually takes me about 30 minutes.
Make a little cartoon on like a flip thing. You ever make
I've done doodles. I've done. I've made lists. I've made a to-do list
Okay.
of things I had to get done that day. So whatever was popping into my head, I just wrote it down and wrote it down and wrote it down. And some things did pop into my head that I couldn't write down because I didn't want anybody to see those if I died. And they said, "Hey, let's get Vic's memoirs." And I'm like, "So this is what you want to do to your wife?" Well,
So there's no like, dear God, it's me, Margaret, kind of stuff in there. Is that what you're saying, or what are you talking
no,
about?
there is no, none of that.
Dear God, it's
dear-
me, Vic.
It's me,
Once
Vic.
again, I come to you.
But I do, like usually the last page will turn into like a Lord bless my day, because usually when I get to the third page, I'm ready to wind it down. So I turn it into more of a positive, spiritual kind of thing, get going. And it just naturally comes that way. If I don't feel it, then I don't write it. If I don't think
Morning
it,
pages.
and it's called that's right. The title of our show is Morning Pages.
Morning pages.
Morning Pages with Vic. Hey, welcome. That sounds kind of
It sounds weird.
saucy.
Well, yeah.
But I got it from an
Your
acting
daily
class.
devotional.
There's a book. I can't remember the name of the book, but that was her suggestion. Is
How to eat sausage in Europe.
How to eat sausage in Europe.
Is that it?
It could be,
Okay.
but it's a book on acting, or it's not really on acting. It's on performing and
Okay.
entertaining, and part of that stuff is to get your creative juices. Now, this lady who wrote this book is a writer. She's like an author, so naturally she's going to come. But I thought, I do some writing. I'm
Yeah.
a joke writer. I do. I write. I've written stuff for TV shows, that kind of stuff. So I'm like, I'm kind of a writer of sorts, and it's helpful. It's really.
How long you been doing that?
I don't know, over a year.
Okay.
More, maybe 2 years.
So just a discipline.
Yeah, just make
they-
yourself do it. I was on the road in Wisconsin when I finally decided I was going to do it. So I stopped off
Damn.
to Walmart and bought me 2 notebooks. And I don't get the full-size notebooks. I get like the half-sheet notebooks because I'm like, there's no way I'm writing 3 full pages.
Right. So
I know
how
my
big are they?
limitations.
Not the loose leaf size, but smaller than that. What do you-
Yeah,
like
kind of like a small notebook,
Okay.
like a little small notepad.
a calendar, organizer, trapper
yeah,
keeper.
like a
No,
trapper.
that's-
No,
that's
not trapper keeper.
keeper's too
That's a
big,
high
right?
school thing.
Yeah.
But
Did you
yeah.
put? Did they make you? Did you put brown paper bags on your books?
No,
Remember covering your books?
I didn't have books when I was a kid.
What do you mean?
I don't know. They were issued to me, then I didn't see them again until I had to turn them back in at the end of the year. So
Okay,
I didn't
so
put
you
anything.
didn't like put a cover on them and draw on them on. Or
But I knew a lot
whatever.
of the girls did,
Oh.
and a lot of the other like the more artsy kind of guys.
Right.
They would cover them over, and I tried it once, but I couldn't get mine folded right, and it looked like crap. I'm like,
Right.
"Pah, forget it. And then you can go to a store and you could buy those little covers you can slip on.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And then they never did stay right. They always tore up. I'm like, you know what? I don't read these books anyway. They sit in my locker. I ain't worried about them being damaged.
No worry. Yeah, they're
So-
safe in your locker.
Exactly. That's where I put them.
No human hands have touched these books. Since
Yeah, and
this
they
whole-
crack and smell the same way they did when I first got them at the first of the year.
Yeah.
Like, did you even read these books? No, ma'am. I didn't write in it, didn't highlight it, didn't do nothing with it.
Could
did you
pa-
read it?
Did you have
Nope.
to study, or did you pass, or what?
I passed.
Oh.
Yeah, I passed.
Just
I-
kinda
I never
by
got held
listening?
back.
Okay.
I just, I didn't take real hard classes.
Oh.
I took like study hall.
Okay.
But I had the highest I went as far as levels go. I took biology.
Okay.
Just regular biology.
Silence.
Science.
Yeah, silence.
It was for me because I got kicked out a lot. And
you have to dissect a frog.
I did. I dissected a frog.
Yeah.
I dissected a night crawler.
Okay,
and me and my buddy
right.
says, man, this is a good waste of fishing bait. And so we tried to collect a couple of them, take them home with us, and go catfishing that night. But the teacher wouldn't let us leave.
Yeah.
With them.
Well, they all are
and they were
formaldehyde.
like that big. Oh, we don't care. Catfish will eat anything.
Formaldehyde. It's not for dead people anymore.
It's not like they're actually going to ingest it. By the time you get them, put them on a stringer, cut them, and fillet them, like it's not even going to get into their system. So I don't care what kind of bait it was. And then I dissected a night crawler. I dissected a frog. I dissected a frog one time on my own in the summertime while it was alive.
Okay, that's kind of.
Oh yeah, I took it and
masochistic.
it was kind of weird the more I thought about it because I took this frog, I spread him out on his back, and I took my pocket knife and I just cut his skin off.
Oh man,
and
that sounds
so
painful.
that's it. Probably was. I didn't feel it. The frog might have. And I'm like, well, that's what it looks like on the inside. And then he died, and I buried him.
Yeah. Well, that was nice of you.
Yeah, I'm a Christian. And but then I took algebra. That's as far up as I went in math was algebra. And I got about a C, a high C, low B in algebra.
Right.
And I thought, that's good enough. I've met my credits.
It's fine. You made it through.
So,
yeah.
And then I took my last 2 years, I spent half a day at vocational school learning how to work on cars.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty nice. And then my senior year, I was just about able to do it the whole day.
Don't they have like the work you get out of school to go to work jobs?
No, that's for the smart kids.
Or whatever it's called.
I didn't have that. Ours was like vocational school, and we never got paid for it.
Well, you would get credit for going to work.
You would. And then we had the principal's car in. We tore down a motor one time in 2 days. Tore it down, rebuilt. This is high school kids.
Okay.
And tore it down, rebuilt it, and had it running in from 2 days when he brought it in. So I'm like, and you know what? You're only up for about 3 hours.
What, he had you take the whole thing apart?
Yeah, we took the motor out.
He's like, take it all.
We pulled the motor out because he drove it into the garage. We didn't push it. We just drove right on the garage, parked it, disconnected everything, pulled the motor, tore the motor completely apart, rebuilt the whole thing, put it all back together, back into the car, and then he just drove it away. And we did that in about 2 days, so that's not bad.
He totally overhauled his car.
Yeah, so I did okay.
So it was the teacher's car?
No, it was the principal's car.
Is there? No,
yeah,
are you serious?
You
were allowed to do that, or what?
Yeah, he brought it in. Yeah, he brought it in, and it was just it was cool. And we did it on all kinds of people's cars. People would bring it in. We got a truck that just didn't run. And we put there was a old Chevy truck. The truck was so old that they had a foot starter. Have you seen one of those?
Like where you press on it to...
With your foot. You turn the key on.
Like a diesel engine kind of a thing?
No, it was just a regular motor. Like you'd turn the key on, and it was a stick shift, so you had to push the clutch in.
Right.
You had to keep it from rolling, so you had your brake on.
Okay.
And then you have to take your foot. Somehow you had to finagle your feet to where you can, because it was on a foot start. So you had to press you know how you turn the key?
Right, yeah, there's a little thing like on the bottom
back,
that you just press.
And you press that and it starts the car.
The ignition.
So we had this truck. It was so old that we had to start it that way. So we bought it, our shop did, rebuilt the motor, and then took it to the body shop guys to do the actual truck. And that thing was sweet, man. It looked good.
Who got to keep the truck, though?
The vocational school. It was a vocational school.
Oh, so it's like
they took it and put it in shows and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's kind of... So we kept it all clean and running. And then we called him Boss. But then the school kind of got mad because we called him Boss. So we had to call him Mr. whatever his name was.
Right.
And I'm the one who started. Me and my buddy. Hey, Boss. What do we need to do here, Boss? And I felt like I was in prison back in the Cool Hand Luke days or something. Hey, Mr. Boss, sorry, what we got here is a failure to communicate. So it was so volunteer infected with Ebola arrives in the United States. Wow.
What?
I thought Ebola was. We're reading the news.
What the
I
hell?
thought Ebola was gone.
I don't.
Apparently
yeah.
now it's back.
Yeah.
Apparently it's a slow news day.
What happened in what's it called? Ferguson? They shot police or something. What did you?
Yeah.
Read up on that? I just caught a whiff of it. I guess.
I
didn't see the whole story, but
apparently these gunmen stood outside this this cop precinct and just shot a couple cops as they walked out.
They ambushed them.
Yeah, and now they're on the search for him. But you don't hear big marches or anything about it, and because blue lives don't matter.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Not like Smurfs. You mean like the cops?
Like cops.
Okay.
They call them,
of course
they're
they
blue.
matter.
They do matter. But that's what bugs me about this whole thing. And I'm all about, be who you are, black, white, red, gray, big country, whatever. Whatever you want to be, you can be. Every life matters to me.
Yeah, all lives matter.
And my opinions are, if you're not breaking the law, then you don't have to worry about getting shot.
All right.
Or if you have a respect for somebody who has authority, then you don't have to worry about getting shot or beat up or whatever. It's all about a respect issue. And I think a lot of people have forgotten about having respect for one another, whether it's respect for you because you're a human being as a black young man, like, wait a minute, dude, what are you into? Or respect for you as a cop, or respect for you as a radio producer, or whatever. Or respect for you as a woman.
Right.
You just got to have respect for people. And that's not to go too deep on a comedy show, but that's all it's all about, man, having respect for one another. Now, speaking of comedy, last week was the Comedian of the Year contest.
Last week, yeah.
Last week,
Cheyenne, right?
At the Cheyenne Saloon. Listen, there's one more week. A couple of my buddies are going to be performing it next Thursday. I won't be there because I'm going to be out of town and doing some shows of my own up in Tennessee. And but next Thursday at the Cheyenne Saloon is going to be a lot of comedians. They're funny, man. I came in second place.
Yeah.
Last Thursday, so I don't get to advance.
Can they call you back? What if somebody?
Somebody dies. I imagine like it had to
They'd
be
have to die.
Yeah, I'd say it had to be. They'd have to die from my show. Like Ken Miller, who won, would actually have to break a leg and can't perform, and then they'd bring me up or something.
Right.
That'd be what I would think. That or he'd get up with a broken leg. But now they it's gonna be a great show. I'm hoping to be in town for the actual finals, which will be on April the 2nd. So I'm hoping to be there for that. So
they do another one, and then it's like the number one out of that, and then they've already done two. This will be the third one.
This will be the third week.
Oh, okay.
And but I want to thank everybody for voting for me.
Yeah.
Because we sent out that massive text to get everybody to vote for me. It wasn't quite enough to because apparently
it had to be like in a certain time frame or something.
It had to be, and I think I texted a lot of people to text in too late. Yeah. But a lot of people liked my stuff. We had a great time. One out of the three judges voted for me, so that was kind of nice. But Ken fits the Monster show. If he was to win it all, he fits in with their.
What's he done before? He's a Ken Miller. You said
Ken Miller. He's just a stand-up comic. He just travels around. He works in his real job. His day job is a call center for Sprint.
Okay.
And but he's a great funny guy. He's off color. So
what do you mean?
He cusses a lot during his show and drops the F-bomb a lot and that kind of stuff,
okay.
which I don't do. I keep my show more of a PG-13 kind of way.
Right.
But he drops a lot of the F-bombs, so he fits in with that. Plus, the Monsters don't have a black guy anymore, so they're going to go diversify. And so,
okay.
But but Ken will end up being a regular on the show because he's funnier than any of the. Here's my prediction: Grits and Gravy prediction. Ken Miller will become the Comedian of the Year for the Monsters Comedian of the Year contest.
Okay. But do you know who else is going against him? Or?
Devin Seibold, who won the first week. He's not as funny as Ken. And then whoever comes in the third. But I know all those guys. Carmen Vallone's one of them. And he's funny. But every one of us, all of us would say, if hands down, Kim Miller would be the one. He has won the Comedian of the Year for the state of Florida. Put on by the Improv, and they searched the whole state of Florida, and he won. He won the state of Florida's Comedian of the Year contest.
Oh, so he's already won something recently,
right?
Or last year, or whatever.
A couple years ago, yeah, okay. yeah. So he's a former Comedian of the Year winner. So you have that, and it's just it's a great contest. It's a great thing the Monsters are doing for our community, and they're going to hopefully bring comedy at the Cheyenne Saloon.
Yeah.
On a regular basis, not just this contest. So they're it's bringing some comedy back downtown. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, there always used to be the Improv.
There used to be,
guess,
and
right?
it's over on Point Orlando now. So it's
Oh, they don't have it at the Sax Comedy Lab?
Well, they have the Sax Comedy Lab, but that's more of a like an improv,
like a show.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Whose Line Is It Anyway for Drew Carey used to do that kind of stuff. So, and my Cats play tonight. They play Florida tonight in the SEC tournament. University of Kentucky Wildcats.
Yeah.
They play the University of Florida tonight at the SEC tournament in Nashville, and I'm 1 week late, or I'd probably be at that game tonight. I'll be there next week.
Oh, you're going back up?
I got a show next Friday and Saturday, and I'm going up a day early to hang out with some of my musician buddies in Lower Broadway. So,
damn, you're traveling all around.
Man, I am a road dog from way back. So what's going on with you, man?
Not a whole lot of stuff. Just kind of taking it easy, doing some production work, and trying to keep my nose clean, I guess. I don't know. It's always getting so dirty. Anyway.
Yeah, it is.
What am I doing? No, last night I got to go to a reading. Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg, a couple of American writers, poets.
Oh, yeah.
And so these people were... anyway, so I got to kind of MC that gig. It was a light, kind of a spoken word thing. It was cool. And,
I like spoken word.
Yeah, well, it was cool. I mean, but the cool thing about it between you and me was just that people were literally in there sitting, listening to someone read. You see what I'm saying? With all the technology we have, with it, we broke it. It was like last night was cool because it was like old fashioned. It was like time travel, and everybody was sitting there listening to somebody read.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of it's an anomaly, I guess. So anyway,
when I was a kid, our church did that one time.
What do you mean?
They had a time where you can just come in and read scripture, and you would get up on the pulpit, and for 24 hours, somebody was up there reading from the Bible.
Okay.
And then people would come and just listen. And
Okay.
they just listen to scriptures being read. Huh. But that kind of stuff's cool. I think a lot of people miss the human contact that the internet and some of that kind of stuff has.
Yeah, it takes away the...
Yeah. And you get to see, you get to hear the inflections of a person's voice. I love to listen to people give speeches that way or just read with feeling, not just read. Like, hey, I'm going to read my text messages here for you. And so it's, but it's
hard when you have trouble reading or you keep mispronouncing the words or whatever. That's the worst.
Which I've done that too. I've been asked to read stuff and it's like, all right, so what's your word?
Last week,
tobacco.
Last week, damn, Big Country made up a word. He said docilent.
Docilent.
Like,
that's what he was talking to
about?
me. I'm like, docilent. Big Country's a weirdo, man. He just texted me. He said, man, I would call in, but I've got some coleslaw wrestling going on. I'm like, well, where's the dang video then?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so he's a weirdo. Big Country, you are a weirdo.
He's a weirdo, man.
He's a weirdo from way back. And we're gonna have for all of our grits and gravy readers, we're gonna be over at New Smyrna Beach sometime in the future. We're working on some dates on that, our New Smyrna racetrack.
Okay, yeah.
Mr. Jason, who was here last week or week before last, is going to put our logo on his car, and we're working on all that. And I'm hoping that we can work it off in favors. JB, I've offered you up, and
no,
so
I don't think.
Or maybe we'll offer a Big Country.
Yeah.
Offer a Big Country for
there
favors.
Go.
And Big Country can mow your lawn. Ha ha ha. Wink, wink,
he
wink.
Won't do that.
And no, he can't do that. He can't.
You don't want him doing that.
He wouldn't know how to. He wouldn't keep the mower straight. He can't keep focused enough to keep it straight.
Focus.
And he's just so docilent.
Docilent.
Mr. Big Country, docilent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Well, let's go to a break. And we'll commercialize.
Let me cut a little music. Let me. We'll play a little Bubba Whoop Man.
Yeah, put a little bubble on there, then go to our Bubbaloo's commercial.
All right, be right back.
Florida boy and the kid G.
One take, Will.
Lord, take me away from Minnesota. It's way too cold. Got polar bears in Minnesota. That's what I've been told. I want to go home. I'm a Florida boy, yes I am. Cut me open and I'll be sent. I love the sunshine, I love the water. I kiss my constantly young daughter. I'm a Florida boy. wear flip-flops in the wintertime. My best friend is a ceiling fan, Florida boy I am. I got so tired of traveling in my old van. But I have found work here in Florida, working on my tan every chance I can. And I'm a Florida boy, yes I am. Cut me open and I'll bleed sand. I love the sunshine, I love the water. Kissed by Ponce de Leon's daughter. I'm a Florida boy, I'm genuine. Wear flip-flops in the wintertime. My best friend is a ceiling fan, and a Florida boy I am. I don't know why I am here, but it just felt like I ought to be. And since then, there's been times when I felt like Florida's made especially for me. I'm a Florida boy, yes I am. Cut me open and I'll bleed sand. Solving all the problems of this world I rule. Floating in the middle of my swimming pool. I'm a Florida boy, I'm genuine. Wear flip-flops in the wintertime. And my best friend is a ceiling fan. And a Florida boy I am, yeah. A Florida boy I am. Hell yeah.
Award-winning Bubbaloo's Bodacious Barbecue, Orlando's favorite since 1986. Bubbaloo's Bodacious Barbecue has been recognized by USA Today, the New York Times, and the Food Network. Bubbaloo's Bodacious Barbecue. Get some of this stuff in your face.
Bubbaloo's Bodacious Barbecue. It's so lazy.
All right, welcome back to Grits and Gravy, and we got a lot of stuff going on.
Hobble, hobble.
Bubba's out for the day, and so we play a little bit of his music, and we'll play another song as we wind down. And if you need some mechanic issues taken care of, go see our buddy Jason Reynolds up there at Reynolds. Was it Reynolds Automotive or Reynolds Diesel?
Yeah.
And go over and see him, and he can do his thing. And go root for him, car number 78 at New Smyrna Speedway.
No, he's got, he had a car issue. He had some kind of issue. Well, yeah,
with his motor.
Me.
Yeah.
So he's not racing.
He's not going to race
Saturday.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
well, you know, he's. But whenever you do go to the New Smyrna Speedway, you got to root for our boy Jason and cheer him on. And then maybe when he's in the winner's circle, he'll wave in your direction. And so, and of course, I'll be there hanging out because you know we're celebrities here, and that's what we do. I don't know, but he's a good old boy. He's one of those good old boys that we like to bring into the Grits and Gravy.
Yeah.
And go see our buddy Big Country over at the Cabbage Patch or whatever it is over in Daytona Beach for Bike Week this week.
Yeah.
And go see him. He's a friend of the show. And then if you know of anybody else that would like their show, just pass our show along to them. It's www.gritsandgravypodcast.com.
Yep.
Easy link to send to them that they can listen to us live, like a lot of our other listeners do, or they can listen to us later on the day when their bosses aren't looking. Now, we already talked about the childproof, but I was got to thinking about these kids who I was driving along. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but it's so stinking annoying
What are you talking about?
I was driving down through my neighborhood over in Kissimmee, and I saw this kid getting on his bike. His just bicycle, not his motorcycle, but his bicycle, wearing elbow pads,
Okay.
knee pads,
Would they have training wheels on the bike or?
tennis shoes, a helmet, and goggles. I was waiting for his mom to come out there with a NASCAR fire suit for him to wear or whatever, or duct tape.
It's like Bubble Boy or something.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, you see kids like that all the time wearing all this stuff just to ride their bike.
Yeah.
My biggest issue when I was a kid riding a bicycle was making sure my pants didn't get caught in the chain sprocket. And it wasn't so much that I was worried about crashing as I was worried about my mom beating my butt for ruining my school
Like jacking
jeans.
up your stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, these kids are a bunch of sissies, man. It's crazy, all these kids, and just the weirdness that they're doing nowadays. They have all these. We were talking about the other day, some buddies of mine were talking about car seats. And I'm like, really? Y'all had car seats?
What do you mean? Oh.
Like when I was a kid, it's like, here, toss him in the back seat. He'll
Right.
roll around for a while,
In the
and
back
then we'll
of
pick him up.
a pickup truck or
Oh,
whatever.
shoot, yeah. It is crazy. But what you got in the news, JB?
Oh, so let's. I got a few things here. Let's see. Oh, this is 800-pound stingray. Is one of the largest freshwater fish ever recorded, and this is from iflscience.com.
Nice.
800-pound stingray.
Have you ever eaten one?
The hell? No.
Oh, they're good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them. They're kind of
Those
like
things
shark.
like huge. It looks really like otherworldly. Anyway,
800 pounds is a big old thing.
800. Yeah. The animal was caught in an area of Thailand's Mae Klong River, around an hour from the capital, Bangkok. Uh-oh, hard words.
That town always makes me laugh.
I can't say these people's names. Anyway, so so I thought you would have something to say about that.
Well, first of all, Steve Irwin's dead, and so we don't have to
yeah.
worry about that.
Wait, didn't he get something
Stump-
happen? He
with
got
a stingray.
hit with the tail of the stingray right in his heart
with
or
the
something.
stinger.
Right?
Yeah, they have like a little barb, a stingray does, and it goes right into the heart. And they said if he hadn't pulled it out, he probably would have lived. But it stuck him in his heart, and he pulled it out, and then that's how he died. When he got up on the boat, he bled to death.
Oh, man.
And stingrays are pretty. You can swim with them over at Discovery Cove here in Orlando, and they're huge over there. Now they're not 800 pounds huge, but
That's a monster.
they're huge. 800 pounds would probably be it would probably be almost as big as this room.
I can't even imagine it.
That's a huge, big old fish, and they're flat.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not very big at all. And have you ever watched them on Discovery Channel? How they just kind of float through the ocean? They're
Okay,
like
right, yeah.
little birds,
Just kind
and
of
then they kind
gliding.
of shuffle themselves under the sea
Gliding.
so they can hide, and then snatch.
Oh,
the
under
prey.
the sand.
Yeah,
kind of.
I've met some girls that way. They kind of hide and then they snatch you, and they snatch your soul.
Okay.
And it's crazy.
You're not bitter, though.
I'm not at all.
Okay, that's good.
But I love stingrays. Stingrays, they make fake scallops out of stingrays.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they punch them out. They like a little stamp them out on the
Right.
wings. Yeah,
Oh,
so it's crazy.
I've never eaten one. I didn't know you could.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why you would.
Oh, yeah,
Just
I
sounds-
love them.
It sounds complicated.
I love seafood anyway.
You hear about this? Bottoms up. Powdered alcohol legalized in the United States.
Powdered?
Powdered.
What do you do, sniff it?
This is a mashable. I guess you just add water. Powdered alcohol will now be legal in the U.S. Guess what? It's a St. Patrick's Day miracle. A federal agency has approved the product called Palcohol.
Alcohol? That
To
is
be
just
sold
weird.
in the United States, the AP reports the granulated spirits were briefly greenlit in April 2014 by the Alcohol and Tobacco Tax Trade Bureau, but the agency quickly revoked approval, citing errors in labels approval. But why do you need? And couldn't this be dangerous for like anybody? I mean, if you know how you can light vodka on fire or light certain alcohol on fire at a high enough proof? I mean,
You reckon you could burn the powdered alcohol?
That's what I'm.
How would you do? Just pour it in, like stir it up in a water? Like,
Yeah, so if it's like a vodka powder, you just put water, and then you make your drink. You put water in it.
that'd be gross. It's kind of like powdered milk.
Just doesn't.
You ever had powdered milk?
I don't want. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That, to me, powdered vodka.
evaporated milk?
I'll just sniff it.
Yeah. Is that what you should do? Is like snort it, right?
Why wouldn't you? I mean, it's still going to go through your bloodstream. Yeah, either way, it'd probably be quicker.
Weren't they? Wasn't there some story? Maybe it was over a year ago, but some kids like funneling beer or alcohol in their ass. Wasn't it? So they get it quicker. Was it?
That is gross.
Is that a story though?
It's like an alcohol enema. That'd be gross, man. That'd be awful.
Why would you even do that? Just drink the damn
Just
drink.
drink it.
Stop coming up with all this
And
new
that's the thing
stuff.
about me. People ask me, they said, Vic, you're a country boy. How come you don't smoke? And I was like, well, it just never did make sense to me because they want to know how come I don't smoke pot or anything like that. I said, well, smoking in general just didn't make sense to me. And I smoked. I stole like 4 packs of my dad's cigarettes and smoked them all in one day. And
was that the punishment, or that was just
no?
you?
That was just me stealing them and going up in the woods and smoking them.
Okay.
Because hey, it's a cool thing to do. I never got
you
sick
wanna
or
be
nothing.
cool.
But it like why smoke it and inhale it
Yeah.
and then blow it back out?
Yeah.
I could do that if I was a fireman. So when they start passing around the pot, I'm like, I don't like the whole smoking idea anyway.
Okay.
It just doesn't make sense.
you
I'd rather
would-
just drink it and
You
quench
would
a
eat-
thirst.
Yeah. Well,
How about I'd eat a brownie?
You'd eat a brownie or something like that.
Yeah, I'd probably eat a brownie.
Yeah.
Because I got to eat and I
think
got to
that's
drink.
That's the smartest thing they can do with it is make it, an edible kind of product. And get a
Did
lot
you
of-
know that they cannot smoke it in New York, but they can ingest it?
I don't understand.
Yep. And marijuana. In New York, the state of New York, it's illegal to smoke marijuana. However, it is not illegal to ingest it. So you could cook it into brownies. And so if Little Debbie snack cakes came up with their own line of Little Doobies snack cakes,
Okay.
they could have the
I'm with
cosmic
you.
they could have the cosmic brownie.
Right. Yeah.
And they could, which would lead to the honey buns. And then if prostitution ever got legal, then there's the ho-hos.
Oh, yeah.
See? Yeah, that's how it all leads, man.
Give it up
So
for
you-
the ho-hos.
Yes, give it up for holla for the ho-ho. Yeah, that's a new joke I'm working on. A buddy of mine
Put your
wants to-
hands in the air.
Put your hands in the air like you just don't care. Holla, holla.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that joke needs work.
So take
but
that back.
it started off good, and
Into
then
the
it got
shop. It's okay. Ladies, it's finally time to take off that bra for good.
Woohoo!
This is a story I think everybody likes. Buy non-GMO seeds. I don't know what the hell that's doing on this site. Besides being uncomfortable, there's a chance that bras can be unhealthy as well. In a study that was conducted by Sid and Soma Singer in May of 1991, 4,000 women in 5 major U.S. cities were interviewed. All of the women who were studied were of Caucasian descent, ages ranging from 30 to 79. Of the 4,000 women, almost half have been diagnosed with breast cancer. The majority of the women who were interviewed said that they were unhappy with the shape and size of their breasts and wore a bra for appearance only. So they're saying it's actually the bra could be jacking you up. So it's all these save the tatas and all this breast cancer stuff. And
Yeah.
so they're
the only thing bad about a bra
take your bras off right
is
now.
getting it off.
Let's just take them off. You don't need
Because
them.
some of these women who are wearing bras, if they didn't wear bras, they just have to cinch up their belts because they would be so dang saggy.
Right.
And so the bras are actually enhance the appearance of the women. And so it's just, I don't know, they could just, they could take them off, leave them on,
Mom
paint them up.
jeans.
They could paint them up like swimsuit models.
Mom jeans.
Now, if somebody wanted to call us, JB, what number would they call?
Oh, sorry. 407-379-9529. We got the phone lines open. Phones
There
cranking
you
and
go.
working good.
407
379
379
9529.
9529. So there's the number to call.
379
And
407-379-9529.
Yeah, how many times can we say that in like 30 seconds?
I don't want to know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So if you want to call in, give us a call back.
Cool.
And if you know where Bubba's at,
Bubba called last week.
yeah,
when
somebody
Big
said he
Country was
called.
here. Yeah.
And how'd that work out?
It was good.
Good.
He called right before the show. We were just about to wrap it up, and ring, here it comes. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, hey, man.
Hey, man.
So, yeah, he sounded like he was burning. Because, the lady at the place, Pat O'Brien's, passed away.
Right.
So he got all of those shifts. So he's always overloaded.
Oh, yeah, so he's
So-
burned the candles
yeah,
both
he's like,
ends
so I'm
and then
overloaded.
hanging
I got
on
the
in the
weekend
middle.
gigs. Him talking like he's Tony Bennett or something. No, that's not how he talks.
Yeah,
They're talking, hey,
he's talking like he's from
trying to be a hip cat over here.
northern Louisiana.
Yeah, no, that's a total opposite. WFTV.com tells us about a story. Teens ingest cremated remains thinking it's cocaine.
Oh, that's gross.
In Missouri, a group of teens robbing a home thought they scored when they stole what they thought was a box of cocaine. So it's this little box, and it was the urn with the ashes of a dead baby. So they took it, and then they just started snorting it. Isn't that ridiculous?
How dumb can you be?
I don't know.
See, this goes back to the kids are
the kid looks young
whack
as hell,
jobs.
and I just don't understand why. Yeah. Anyway, so it was a burglary. They broke in and they stole these things, there's remains, ashes, and they thought it was cocaine. So
that is crazy. Who does that? How old were these kids?
He looks like he's got to be about 12 or 13, 14 maybe. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. People are stupid.
Yeah, that's silly.
The kids are babies. Kids are stupid. Hey, you want to hear something cool, though?
Yeah.
Last night, there's a comedy club in Palm Harbor, Florida, which is over on the West Coast here in Florida. It's called Snappers Comedy Club and Grill.
And strip bar.
Well, no, it's actually a nice little sports bar.
Oh, it is.
And last night was like an open mic comedy type show. I don't even know if it was an open mic. I think it was just a regular Thursday through Saturday show.
Okay.
Guess who showed up just to do a little bit of time?
Who?
A buddy of mine was the MC for the night. And all of a sudden she posts pictures of, look who I just got to introduce. And it was Ron Tater Salad White.
Oh, wow.
He just walked up to this show.
Where was this?
In Palm Harbor, Florida.
Okay.
Now, he's going to be here in Orlando tonight.
Oh, tonight?
At the Hard Rock. So if anybody has free tickets they want to give away to me, I'd be more than happy to go. There's two shows, an early show and a late show. I'll take tickets to either one. And
yeah, you're not
because I'm to the point now, I don't want to pay for tickets.
Yeah.
Now,
I've seen that trend with you the past couple of months.
I'm like
picking up on that.
I I'm going tomorrow. I'll probably go to SeaWorld tomorrow and see Rodney Adkins, but it's a free concert.
Oh yeah. Well,
the cable guy is going to be in town next weekend at SeaWorld. I'm not paying for that.
All night.
I'm going to make some contacts and say, hey,
yeah,
I need to be hanging out.
Let me get in.
And but I'm to the point now, like, and then the raise. Of course, if anybody follows me on Facebook, when it came time for Daytona 500, I was like some dang little crack or willing to sell anything I had.
What's funny is after it must have been Saturday or something. It was too late to call you. I saw one of my friends post, I got these extra tickets to Daytona 500.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Oh.
Yeah, I was on my way to a show that night when a buddy of mine texted me and said, hey, man, I got a buddy of mine has an extra ticket if you want it. And I'm like, I do. And so I turned right around. I was almost late for my show.
Yeah.
I walked right in right at showtime. And but yeah, so I'm to the point now to where I really don't want to pay for shows. I'm getting to where I know some people to where I can get. And if I don't have a connection for it, I have to really want to go to this show in order to.
Can't you get in just get in? Hey, I'm a
comic. Can
I'm
you
a
just
friend
let me
of
in this show?
I'm in the industry. Let me in.
And
backstage.
I tried to even Facebook his opening act because I'm friends with his opening act, but he didn't get back to me. He says, I think I know what Vic wants. He's wanting free tickets or something. So eventually, I'm just going to have to
free ticket Vic.
Free ticket
Vic.
And,
call now for your tickets. Free ticket Vic.
407-379-9729.
No, 407-379-9529. Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
Wait.
9529. So there you go, Big Country. We'll get you on here and you can give us a call.
Oh, he's calling us? Okay.
Apparently.
So an athletic clothing company apologizes after give this jersey to your woman. It's her job. Care instructions on the tag. So
nice.
The actual, so this comes from myfoxphilly.com. It's the name of the brand is Salvo, and right there on the tag it says, "Give it to your woman. It's her job."
Well, she's got to be an athletic supporter.
Wash. Washing instructions. Give this jersey to her woman. It's her job.
Listen,
well,
she's got to be an athletic supporter.
Okay, like a jockstrap. What do you?
No, I'm just saying, if she's got to support the athletes. And if it's going to be a jersey, the only people who should have a freaking jersey are athletes or fans.
Right.
But can you? I don't own a jersey of any kind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's guys they and here's my thing. Why? What is that? Oh,
hey.
We're getting a phone call.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey, what we got going on here?
Hey, welcome to Grits and Gravy.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Big Country's on the line, giving us a shout out. He can't stay away from the show 2 weeks in a row. He has to be on here.
Well, I can hang up on your ass if you want me to.
Well, whatever.
Wow. Are those the manners you're
what do you-
learning out there?
Is that what? Do you kiss your mom with that mouth?
He sounded like a biker now. He's
Do you use that tongue in your mom?
what?
What's going on now out there at the Bike Week? Our Bike Week reporter, Big Country. What's going on out there, Big Country? How's the week been?
Well, we got the week's been crazy. We had Big Engine that played last night, or actually Wednesday night.
Is he an Indian?
Had a huge crowd. Yeah, they're a real known local up from Jacksonville. A couple good bands. We got Blister playing this afternoon, and tomorrow is the second round of the Coleslaw Wrestling, which everything kicks off about 1:30.
All right.
Ladies, if you're interested and you want to come in and sign up to Coleslaw Wrestle, should be there at 11 o'clock to register, and there's about $1,000, a little bit more than $1,000 in cash and prizes for Coleslaw Wrestling. So,
Okay, what's the more
five-time
part?
champion that do what?
You said it's $1,000 or more. What's the more part?
All the coleslaw you
well,
can eat.
give or take, if people want to put money, extra money into the pot and stuff like that for the girls. But
All right. Now, would
right
you
now,
have a
as it stands,
would
they
you have
pay
a
out-
pen they can use to sign their paperwork with?
What are you doing?
Do what?
I said, would you if they came in to sign up? Do you have a pen they can use,
Or they have to bring their own pen.
or do they have to bring their own?
Oh, I got a pen that can use.
Okay.
All right, we're just making
What the
sure.
hell
We're just double checking. Well, that's
We're just
the most
making sure,
important
man.
detail-oriented questions.
You don't want these girls coming in
But,
their bikinis.
yeah,
Where would they
the-
keep a
So
pin?
make sure you
They
bring
pay
your...
out. They pay out the top. They pay out the top 4 spots, and
How does it
our
go?
girl that wrestled Wednesday. We had the first round Wednesday. She won. She's a 5-time champion now. Nobody has
Seriously?
beaten her, and they call her the Spider Monkey. She's about 5'2" and 140 pounds, and
Now, she's
nobody
a-
can touch her. So she's going for number 6.
Well, no
tomorrow,
wonder she's
so
only
we'll see what
5'2".
happens.
Anytime you try to go around her, you go over top of her head.
Right, tiny, slippery.
She's
Yeah.
she's slippery. She's like an eel.
So how does it work? So it's kind of like just best of people. You win this fight, you move up in the rankings, or what? How's it work? Like what's the
Well,
structure?
what they do is it's a double elimination. They do the best 2 out of 3 on rounds. So yeah, that's how they do it. We had 14 girls wrestle on Wednesday, and that's the most that we can do at one time, because anything over 14, then it just takes up all damn day. But
Right.
they kinda
Yeah, who wants
try
to see
keep
women in
it to a time
bikinis
limit
wrestle
of
all
about
day?
4 hours. So.
We got music to get to.
Yeah.
Do any of these girls play guitar?
I don't know if they do or not. I guess I can ask them tomorrow.
Yeah.
You
Ask
need to-
it for us.
You need to find out. Have them
Come
and
on.
pass out our grits and gravy card to them. Have them say, "Look, we want you all
Wow.
to play guitar on the grits and gravy show in your bikini, covered in coleslaw."
Yeah.
Now, look, you need to take
okay.
some video of this. How come we haven't seen video of this?
Yeah.
coleslaw
Where's the
recipe?
video, Vic? Or
It's all over YouTube. It's all over YouTube. Go
Listen.
to YouTube and type in Cabbage Patch Coleslaw Wrestling, and they got last year's event on there. And I'll just have to wait until our video guy gets done with this year's. But he gives me a copy of all the pictures throughout the whole event for Bike Week and the video and stuff like that.
Don't
So
you
I'll
have
just
a
wait to
camera
get
on
his
your phone?
Whenever.
what do you
Do
want?
what? No, I ain't got time to do that. I got other things I got to take care of while they're wrestling, like watching and taking. Well, I can take some pictures. I'll try to take.
Start the interview with a firm.
There you
All right.
go.
So I'm going to play this.
I said. Now wait a minute. I sent you a few pictures the other day.
I
fellers.
saw some of them.
So don't give me no crap.
My cousin and his
Those weren't-
girlfriend are down there for Bike Week this year.
There was only like one picture where it was a real person you were standing with. All the rest were like a model.
Oh, that's right.
pictures.
Vic's got all the other pictures. So
Nah, I already
you have
deleted
to tell him to you have to tell him to look at his phone.
Whoa.
Wait, how come I can't see any of this?
Oh, sorry. It's Coleslaw Wrestling video.
Oh,
Coleslaw Wrestling Bike Week 2014.
And this is at the Cabbage Patch. What's the address
No,
for
it
the
doesn't
Cabbage
even
Patch?
look like it.
For where people can come and see this.
I don't know the number, the actual address offhand, but it's at the corner of Tomoka Farms Road and Pioneer Trail, directly
Right.
across from the Cackleberry Campground.
Cackleberry.
It's about 10 minutes outside of Daytona.
All right.
Stuck between New Smyrna and Daytona Beach.
All right. And again, a lot of people. I think we passed that when we went over it last time and did some video shooting and stuff at the race. Did we pass that?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, It's right down the street. It's directly down the street, about a mile and a half from the New Smyrna Beach Speedway.
All right, cool, very cool. So so if y'all want something to do tomorrow, go over to Bike Week and stop by the Cabbage Patch. Tell the Big Country said hey, and tomorrow night's the big race at New Smyrna Racetrack. So it should be a busy time along that little road there.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
All right, what are you gonna do today?
Sit on my ass and play music all day most of the time. Then we got a tattoo contest we're doing tonight. We got a longest beard contest tonight. We may do a bikini contest. Don't know yet, but we're trying to work on that and see what we can get.
Are you entering?
But, yeah. No, they wouldn't let me. My phone wasn't big enough.
Yeah.
I bet.
Custom thongs.
All right, man. Keep us abreast.
Thanks, brother.
Of everything going on there at the Bike Week.
I will, man.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right. See you.
All right. That was the Big Country at Cabbage Patch there in New Smyrna or Daytona,
it's like
or
in
wherever
between
it's at.
Port Orange and Smyrna, kind of.
Yeah, it's over by the racetrack. So on your way to go to the races tomorrow night, you can stop by, see a little bit of coleslaw wrestling, and then go on over to see the races that night at the New Smyrna Speedway. Are
you going?
Some friends. No, I'm not going. Jason's done for sure whether he's racing. So if he's not racing, I'm not going.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be tomorrow, man. It's gonna be. I'll probably end up going to SeaWorld tomorrow to see Rodney Atkins.
Yeah,
and
you were
then,
saying.
But I've got stuff to do in my yard. I could get my yard mowed, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, with all the oak spores, I hate them.
Oh man! And then
crazy.
I think my driveway was covered with like stuff.
Yeah.
Blowing out of the trees.
Yeah.
That you could not walk from my truck to the front door, and that's only 10
Without
feet.
Without
getting it all over your legs, all over your feet, and then tracking it throughout the house. And then you put it in your truck. And so I spent yesterday just blowing off the driveway.
Yeah.
And so tomorrow, or maybe this evening, depends on what the weather's going to be like and how I feel, if I need a nap or whatever.
Is it kind of neighborhood, or are you more country-ish where you live?
I'm in a neighborhood. I'm in like a little suburb type thing.
Okay.
No, I'm not in a gated community. I'm not that big a celebrity yet. But,
gated.
But it's it's got stuff going on. It's a nice little community. It's not overrun with foreigners or crack dealers or anything like that. But it's a nice little quiet neighborhood. It's an older neighborhood, older house. It was built back in the 80s.
Yeah.
So I guess that's not too old. It's only 20-some years old, but it was it's a nice older community. Our neighbors are older. We got some people who live catty corner from us who are from Sweden, who are super nice people. They kind of keep to themselves, but they walk their little I don't know, dog. They call it a dog.
Is it that small? You're
But
just like an inch. Dog can't be that small.
It is small. It's like a.
Is it a real dog?
They say it is. I've
it's
never
a
really
robot or
seen it
something?
do anything dog-like. It doesn't hike its leg. It doesn't pee in my yard like all the other dogs do, or poop or whatever.
Right.
So I'm not sure that, or it's a really well-trained dog. But no, it's a nice little dog. They're nice people. They're super people. We have some people right across the street from us. These guy's a truck driver. He keeps to himself. He waves and he's nice and everything. Our neighbors next door are older. She works at the Universal, and she's SeaWorld, I mean, and she's super nice, and he's super nice. And so our neighborhood's kind of, and they know everybody in the neighborhood. They've been there for the longest, so they know everybody and everybody's names, and just everybody in our neighborhood just kind of keeps to themselves. Never really had any kind of real incidents. Now, before I moved there, the house across the street from us was a crack house.
Oh, fantastic.
And so the people who had our house before all of a sudden got invaded by SWAT and the DEA.
Yeah.
And they came around the house, through the garage, through the windows, through the doors, all around, and then just swarmed on this house all of a sudden, arrested everybody, and then left the same way they came.
Okay.
And so,
ran back
but
out.
ever since that happened, hardly anything. The only time you ever see anything is every once in a while. So we got some older people live down the street, and every once in a while you'll see the emergency units come by and
like an ambulance.
And, sometimes you'll see some people like that.
Like somebody
by.
slipped and fell, or
Kinda, or some people have heart issues, or just when you have older people in your neighborhood, you get kind of old issues,
right.
just heart issues or or they're out of oxygen or something. But we never have any
simple things.
People breaking into houses.
That's good.
And we never have any kind of drug issues.
Yeah,
One
there's
time,
a website you can go to and kind of see the crimes in your area and all that through the county.
Yeah, we've never really had any kind of issues like that. Now, one time, me and my wife was on vacation down to Keys.
Okay.
Love the Keys.
Yeah.
And we got a phone call from the Kissimmee police.
Oh.
Like, what in the world? They said, well, this kid was running around. He knocked your mailbox down. And I said, well, is there any other damage? No, you're just not getting any mail. I'm like, all right. Why y'all calling me for? And then...
well, your property got vandalized.
Apparently. And so... Do y'all want to press any charges or anything? Your neighbor said he's not pressing any charges. He just said that kid's not allowed near his house anymore. And I'm like,
I mean, was the kid in the car like with a bat?
The kid was 15 years old. Shouldn't even
he just
be driving.
ran into it. Oh, he did run into it with a car.
He spun it. Our road is barely a 2-lane road in front of my house. Yeah. Barely.
You got ditches?
No, we don't have any ditches.
Oh,
we do have
good.
like gutters in the street, like storm gutters.
Right.
But you can fit 2 cars. They could pass each other on our road.
Right.
But that's it.
If there's a bike riding, you got to stop.
Yeah, the bike needs to stop.
Yeah. Oh.
And let the cars pass because it's easier for a bike to stop. But this kid apparently spun his car around in that road and knocked out mine and my neighbor's mailboxes. Damn. And of course, mail apparently was spewed. Spewed. I'm getting to be big country, just making up words. Strewn all over the place.
So they got your mail though.
But so when I rebuilt my little mailbox, I went and got me a cheap mailbox with a cheap little thing, and then I concreted it.
Yeah.
So you're running it in again. Your car's going to be parked there for a while.
Yeah, you're going to have a problem.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to get a big manatee, one of those concrete manatees.
Oh, right, yeah.
Or the bass. The big bass where you open up the big old mouth.
And
my wife
sings.
kind of put the kibosh.
Hello, Mr. Mailman, hello.
Yeah. And then every time you open it,
killed.
it sings Bubba Wilson's Goodbye, Mr. Bass. So... What time is it?
Ouch.
So that's crazy. But yeah, our neighborhood's a nice little neighborhood. It's kind of quiet like this one here is.
Yeah.
And so it's a nice little area. So but if you're out in Daytona, you need to go to see go to New Smyrna Speedway, and each week Jason Reynolds, our local mechanic for the Grits and Gravy show, he's going to be racing there. And then stop by tonight and tomorrow and see our buddy Big Country at the Cabbage Patch. And Bubba's going to be someplace, probably at the Pat O'Brien's.
Yeah,
that's where I would say.
Probably where he's locked down.
So go see Pat O'Brien's. Go see Bubba Wilson. Say, hey man, we missed y'all on Grits and Gravy, and we want to request a song. Could you sing all about that bass? And get him to sing you some songs out there. And then he's all over. Check out BubbaWilson.com to check out his calendar. And where are you going to be at this weekend?
Just kind of doing some stuff around here, and it's a good time to kind of get a jump on all the little things before it gets too hot, you know. And,
I know that.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'll tell you what I am going to do, and I'm going to plug this on the show. My daughter is a graphic designer.
Oh, cool.
She does computer stuff, graphic designs, web, all that stuff. She is doing. She's big into missions, like missionary stuff.
Okay.
So she's going to Dallas, Texas for the summer to do an internship, and her part's going to be marketing. They've never had this kind of marketing thing, but they liked her so much they want her to do an internship into marketing to help missionaries have a better presentation when they go to churches and stuff. It's called Pioneer. They're Pioneer Bible Translators. She's going to be working with them, but she's got to raise her own support. So I am having a barbecue for her in about 2 weeks to raise money. It's got like $10 for a plate of barbecue and stuff. So, or
are you making the barbecue?
I'm cooking it, man. I'm going to be 2 days of making barbecue. So you can go to, oh yeah, and so you can go to my my Facebook page, and there'll be links up there and stuff for that.
Okay.
But it's like $10 a plate, and you get like either pulled pork or sliced pork, some beans of some kind, and a baked potato, and you get it to go, and or you can sit it at the house and eat it. And
what else could you do with it? You got to make sure you have a pen.
Yeah, you got to make sure you got a pen to see you sign. But my daughter's doing that, so I'll be doing all that kind of stuff going on with that.
Right.
And that's my plans. This week I'm doing nothing. I'm cleaning up the house, getting yard work and everything done. Next week I'm in Tennessee, and then the week after that I'm cooking barbecue for 2 days.
Next week, Tennessee. And then didn't you say you're going back up to Ohio? Or is that what you meant? You're going up
No,
north?
I'm going to, where am I going? I am going back in April. I'm all over the place in April. And I don't even want to think. I'm in Tennessee. I'm in Ohio and West Virginia and just all over in April. In April, one of my weeks in April, I am in Newport Richey on Thursday night.
Okay.
The next night, fly to West Virginia,
Florida
and do
to
2
West Virginia.
shows.
Okay.
The next night, and then in West Virginia, then I fly back here. So I love flying, man. Sometimes it gets taxing. How's that? Your word for the day is taxing.
Yes.
I like it.
Travel.
Travel.
You don't mind the travel?
I love it.
You love it?
Love it.
Need it.
I do. My wife can tell when I've been off the road too long. I'm not angry or bitter or anything like that, but I get antsy. She goes, "It's time for you to hit the road again." And I'm like, "I know." I was off from most of December and all of January, with maybe one exception.
Right.
And my wife's like, "I've enjoyed having you home, but I know you've got to go." And
Get the hell out of here.
So starting in February, and I've ramped it up about every weekend, and I've been able to, and that's the cool thing about having my job, and then I work a part-time job at SeaWorld too.
Right.
The is I can kind of pick and choose when I want to go, when I don't want to go. So if it doesn't pay me money, I don't have to do it. And and if it doesn't pay me money and I have something I want to do, then I will. But then the 22nd, I'll be at SeaWorld. I fly in from Tennessee that morning, and then I'll go to, it's a Sunday, and then I'll probably take a little nap and then go see my boy, the cable guy at SeaWorld Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon. So it's going to be a busy day.
Well, damn.
That's next week. So I guess it is next week. Crap. I got to get on the ball. I need a nap already just thinking about it.
You going to go take a nap now? Or you got to pick somebody up?
I got to pick up my daughter.
Yeah.
Got to go get her picked up out of school. Got to stop by me some salt water for my saltwater tank.
What do you mean?
So I can water my fish.
Oh, you got, what kind of fish you got?
I don't know.
Saltwater fish?
Saltwater fish.
Wow.
I got saltwater fish.
You don't got to clean the saltwater tank, is that right?
I do. I mean,
you do?
It still gets algae in it and stuff.
Oh.
So you still have to clean it, but it doesn't get as dirty as quick.
Yeah.
And I've got them in my sunroom, so I've got the sunlight beating in. And I got 2 tanks in there. I got a big 50-gallon tank of just a freshwater tank that I got fish in, and it's a nice little tank. And then I've got my regular 20, 25 gallons, something like that, of
How
salt
many
water.
fish are in there?
Well, I used to have a lot more than it does.
Shit tons.
The freshwater has a lot. The saltwater I have 3. One's like a miniature Dora from Dora.
Okay.
Or Dory or whatever from Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Then I've got a clownfish, except for it's black and white instead of the orange and white.
Oh, cool.
And then I got just a solid little blue fish. I don't know what they're called. I'm like, let's go buy me some fish. I like that color.
Yeah.
Let's toss him in there. Can he live with my other ones? All right, let's do it. So I did that. I used to have some nice ones in there, but then they died. I don't know if I kept the pH balance wrong or whatever.
Oh, that's.
I want to get some starfish. I want to get a nice tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like starfish. They don't do nothing but just
You
hang
just
out
put it
outside
in
the
there
wall.
and it kind of eats all the crap in the
yeah,
thing, right?
I had a shrimp in there that's supposed to be like one of those little cleaner shrimp like
Really?
you saw in that Finding Nemo show.
Okay, yeah.
And it died within about a week, and then something ate it.
Wow, fantastic.
I tried snails. The snails, as soon as you put them in the water, they die. I'm like,
Oh.
what in the world? So I stopped getting those. Like, they can suck it. I'll wipe it out with my hand. I think it's too Algeria.
Algeria.
All right. So I'm going to get on out of here.
1 o'clock.
We've been here.
5
It's
minutes
after 1
the
o'clock.
hour.
It's time for us to skedaddle. And see what else we're going to be talking. Next week I won't be here next week because I'll be in Tennessee. And so stay tuned.
We don't know what's happening.
Yeah, so so as it stands right now, we'll have something going on. And so we'll have maybe some pinch hitters. Or maybe just next week we'll just skip and play. You can catch up. So stay in touch with Grits and Gravy on our Facebook page. You can find us on our Facebook page. If you can't find it, go to Vic Clevenger's Facebook page, and then you can find the link to the Grits and Gravy page from there. Or JB's, JB Webb. You can find his from there or from Bubba's. And if you know of anything or anybody needs a little grassroots kind of push, give us a holler. We'll be happy to push them on here on Grits and Gravy. But until then, don't swallow any raw potatoes. So I'm out of here, JB. What you got?
People do that. Little fast man.
There we go. A little Bubba for your all's
Happy
traveling pleasures. Have a great day.
Well, I whooped a man's ass down in Georgia. What? I whooped a man down my ass in Tennessee. Boy, I'll whoop your ass, and I don't give a f*** where you from. That makes no goddamn difference to me. Lord, I was born a whoop-ass man, yeah. And I don't take no shit off of any man. And when I leave you bleeding, boy, I hope you understand. I was born the whoop-ass man. How many whoop-asses we got out there? 1, 2, 3, 4.